Hi everybody, Lucky Grimm here with Nerd Caliber. We're at the amazing New York Comic Con, one of the best conventions all year long and the biggest here on the East Coast. Now, one big new thing here is the Cosplay Central, where cosplayers are welcome to gather, go to cosplay-centered panels, see cosplay-centered booths, and all around have a good time without getting kind of squished on the floor. Now, in this video, we're going to meet some cosplayers, talk about costumes, and check out some amazing booths that you can only find here at New York Comic Con. Okay guys, here at the Manhattan Wardrobe Supply booth, I am joined by the very famous...
I'm known as Dereza Cosplays online.
And you are obviously as Thor today.
Yes.
Now, what motivated you to make Thor?
I mean, to be honest, I think everyone on Earth watched Infinity War, and the entire time I was just looking at Thor's armor. And while we were all appreciating the story, I was trying to dissect how to make the armor, and so that's how I enjoyed the movie, but that's why I made Thor.
Now, what is your favorite material to use for a build like this?
I like using two of the most popular materials that cosplayers use, foam and warbler.
Okay.
Foam because it's relatively inexpensive and lightweight. Warbler because you can do really nice detail work and sophisticated shapes.
Okay. Now, what exactly are you doing here at New York Comic Con this weekend?
I'm here at booth 840 with the Manhattan Wardrobe Supplies and Sonic Boombox. We are here basically teaching people how to use these materials. I think cosplay is becoming huge, right? Every year, more and more people. This is a growing demographic, and everyone wants to get into it. And the question that a lot of people ask is, how do I get into cosplay? How much money do I have to spend? What kind of tools do we need to use? Cosplay doesn't have to be expensive. Cosplay doesn't need to be hard. Cosplay's for everyone. And that's the message that we're trying to spread to everyone here.
I'm joined here by the amazing Delta Major. We just saw her panel here. What was your panel on for everybody that did not get to attend?
Our panel was Surviving as Women and Non-Binary People of Color with Mental Illness in Cosplay.
A very underappreciated topic, and we're so happy you guys were here to talk about that. It was an amazing panel, so if you guys ever get to check it out, please look for their names and come see them. Now, I saw this costume across the hallway, and I want to know, what was your motivation for this amazing build?
I love cosplaying, but I was kind of bored with doing the generic like full suits and stuff, so I chose to take a certain piece of certain characters. I have like a whole series coming out that I'm creating. I'm calling it the Helmet series. So I'm taking helmets and masks of different characters that I love and turning them into like wearable art and dresses. So I was like, Venom came out, so we're gonna do the Venom dress that I created, and now we're here.
Are you enjoying this amazing new venture of high fashion meets cosplay meets nerddom?
I love it. I'm a fashion artist and a costume designer, so this is like all up in my areas, like Steve McQueen, Alexander McQueen meets cosplay meets avant-garde. Like, it's just all the fun nerdiness, but also I can go to the Met Gala.
And I'm going to be showing my age here, guys. I love old school Starfire, and I'm joined by an amazing one.
Thank you.
Now, what motivated you to do this costume this weekend?
So I'm obsessed with the George Perez comics. I met him, you know, I have my Judas contract one signed. I love the original Nightwing. And Starfire is such an important character to me. I was like, why not do the original? It's my favorite design, so here I am.
Now, how did you do this wig?
Okay, so I actually have a wonderful wig lady in Russia. She's Moon Citadel on Etsy. She's wonderful, she's so sweet, and she helped me with the whole process, and we did it, and it was awesome, so it's all up to her.
Okay, we're all fans of Disney, especially some villains. So representing one of the best villains in Disney history, we have, go ahead and tell me your name again.
Queerly Femtastic, because I like puns.
we all love a good joke. Now, what motivated you to do Ursula today?
I really love Disney villains, and I've always really enjoyed, like, I love the princesses, I love doing princess builds, yes. But I really love like getting to like be mean and not having to smile in pictures and generally terrifying children, and it's been really fun to like do that. So last year I did an Ariel build, and this year I'm doing an Ursula.
Now, what are you looking forward to the most here at New York Comic Con?
So I actually have a panel tomorrow. Nope, not tomorrow, Sunday. The days blur together here.
It feels like one long day that we don't know what day it is anymore.
So yeah, I have a panel on Sunday. It's called Black, Queer, and Nerdy Women, and I am going to get to talk to some content creators and platform innovators who make space for Black women, but they themselves are Black and queer, and like talking really intently about what are the ways that like fandom is a great place to be Black and queer and a woman, and what are ways that it can actually be really dangerous.
Now, how has cosplay helped you with that?
So cosplay has definitely helped me find a community of people. I, for a long time, just like saw people on the internet or on my Tumblr, and I was like, oh, I wish I was cool enough to do that. And then I started meeting people in real life, and they were like, oh, but you are, like, let me help you, right? So like meeting folks, like learning how to do wigs, like this dress is from Little Petal, and she's here today on the vendor's floor, and like just meeting people and having them help me learn how to do this thing that I really, really love has been an amazing part of the last 4 years that I've been cosplaying.
Thank you so much for coming out and providing an amazing topic we need to hear so much more about. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and go on to our next amazing creator. Hey guys, we're here with Stella Chu. She's with the Manhattan Wardrobe Supply and Sonic Boombox, dressed as one of my favorite all-time characters, Battle Angel Alita. Now, what motivated you to make this costume?
I really like anime a lot. I used to be president of the anime club when I was a kid, well, in college and high school, I guess as a kid. And my goal is to really like bring to life as many anime characters as I can, especially old school stuff. So I'm really excited about Alita Battle Angel, the movie that's coming out in December. And I really wanted to kind of stay true to the original like anime and manga and everything, with like cyborg arms, but also like the little touch over here, little blood on my face, and the big hair, of course. So like costume design is like really important to me in terms of like getting the character right, but also I'm just like a huge nerd. I'm just a huge nerd.
Speaking of huge nerds, you've been one of the major driving forces of women in 3D printing and 3D modeling.
Am I?
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Yeah, you are. Like, how do you think the world of 3D printing and modeling is going to change cosplay?
I think that it's not changing it fast enough. Seriously, more people need to jump on it. It's not that hard to get into. In fact, there's such a support system online to help people learn how to do 3D printing. Like, I'm surprised still like more people aren't doing it. And there's so many cosplayers out there who are willing to share all of their information and stuff. Like, I sell a lot of my 3D models online. I like help people out. I ask a lot of it for advice from other 3D printers as well. I'm still a newbie, seriously. Like, I really want to learn more about this, and it's such a great community because everyone's really open source about the whole thing, which is really cool.
Now, what costume are you working on next?
Well, I'm actually working on a few costumes for some streamers, like some big like Fortnite streamer. So her name is Valkyrie, and she wants to cosplay Valkyrie from Fortnite. So right now I'm working on a costume for her. It's a kind of a new venture for me. I don't usually make commissions for other people, and this year it kind of just like happened. Like I started out with a Rita Repulsa cosplay that was like legit from the 1998 TV show, and like then I made a cosplay from like Fire Emblem. And now I'm working on Fortnite, so it's been really cool.
All right, now where can people find you and learn more about these amazing creations you're doing?
You can find me, Stella Chu, on any social media platform. I also stream 5 days a week on caffeine.tv. Yeah, just doing a bunch of nerdy things.
And butts.
Yeah, there's like, I have just like a really big obsession with butts, but like everyone knows about it now. So it's like, it's cool. I like butts. Everyone has a butt and I love them. I love every butt. Everyone doesn't know it, but I love their butt.
We love their butts too. Okay, Cable, what motivated you to make this amazing costume this weekend?
Well, I'm really big into 3D printing, so I got myself a printer. It took about 4 months. Each piece took about an hour, so I was sitting there watching it, waiting. And I saw a lot of cables from the new movie Deadpool, and I like the 90s one, so.
I do appreciate the 90s X-Men. Now, how long have you been doing 3D printing?
For about 3 years now.
Okay. Any good tips you can give our newbie printers?
YouTube. Yeah, for sure.
Okay guys, here at New York Comic Con, it's not just about comics, but it's also about anime. And I'm joined by two amazing cosplayers from Magical Girl Madoka. Now, what costumes are you in today?
I'm wearing Kyoko Sakura I'm Mami Tomoe.
Now, ladies, what motivated you to make these costumes this weekend?
We love the show so much. We love the show, and I feel like also the way the storyline is, it totally changed what we think of for magical girls, and just the characters we really identify with, and just we're having so much fun this weekend.
I know Mommy takes a pretty good turn for the worst in one of the episodes. What drew you to this character?
She's a little bit like the mother figure. You know, she kind of takes care of the other girls and she tries really hard to set them on the right path. And, you know, it quite literally bites her in the end. But, you know, she tries so hard to take care of them and make sure they're okay. And I really relate to that, I guess.
Now, I really love the Winter Soldier, but I have a very special place in my heart for the Bucky Bear. Now, what are you dressed as today?
I'm 1940s sidekick Bucky.
Okay, and what made you choose this costume this weekend?
Well, I really do love Bucky and the Captain American fandom, so I wanted to stray away from like the Winter Soldier, so I wanted to go back to the 1940s roots where it's a fun classic and he's like a young kid by Captain America.
And what are you looking forward most to this weekend?
Well, I'm really excited to be here in New York as Bucky. Tomorrow I'm going to be Captain America, Winter Soldier, stealth suit style, and I'm really excited to finally premiere that here.
Okay guys, here at New York Comic Con, I'm joined by
Fancy Harley.
And what motivated you to make this amazing Harley costume?
I found this fabric in, I think, Joann's, and I was like, you know, that would make a great Fancy Harley costume, and then I didn't end up making it until years later, but I sketched it out, and then I made it way later, and then I've just been adding to it ever since.
How long did it take you to make this?
Gosh, it's over a long period of time, but a long time. I made the corset, I made this skirt, I lined up all of these diamonds, I made the hammer. It was a whole thing. It just keeps growing and growing. You know, I mean, it took me like 5 hours to brush out this wig.
And what drew you to the character Harley Quinn?
Harley's so much fun, not just because of the character that she is, but the way she exists in the fandom. Yeah. You know, I love that you can do any version of Harley Quinn and people will know that it's Harley Quinn. So that's why I wanted to take a stab at doing like the fanciest Harley Quinn that has ever been.
Okay, we are joined here today by
Malicious Cosplay, like delicious, but with an M.
Representing one of the new favorite characters in Marvel, which is
Spider-Gwen.
Now, why did you choose to do Spider-Gwen?
I chose Spider-Gwen because I really love her character. I think she's a lot of fun, and I'm a huge fan of the Spider-Verse. I love all things Spider-Man. So once I started reading her comics, I was like, I have to cosplay her.
Now, what are your thoughts on there being so many new amazing female characters out in books?
I think it's amazing. I think it's definitely a step forward and definitely something that we needed. We definitely need that representation, especially for young girls, to realize that they can be superheroes in their own way too.
Hey guys, we are joined here today by
Eric Killmonger.
Now, what inspired you to embody this amazing character today?
I believed in his character in the movie. What he fought for was right, but he went about it the wrong way. So that's the reason why I wore it today.
Now, Black Panther's had a huge impact on pop culture, all types of culture here in America. What did it mean to you to see these type of characters on the main stage?
What it meant was, in the movie, a lot of the things that was in the movie we face daily, as far as keeping things to ourselves. And what Killmonger wanted was to share. And at the end of the movie, that's exactly what happened. So what he fought for was actually was positive. But as I said, he did it the wrong way. But at the end, it came out the way it was supposed to.
Now, what are you most happy to see here at New York Comic Con?
The variety of costumes, characters, the cosplay that's going on here. It's just, I've always been into this type of stuff, and I actually, when I got older, to start doing it, it was just amazing for me.
Okay, we're joined here by this amazing Spawn. Now, what is your cosplay name so everybody can follow you?
My name on Instagram would be Power Trip Cosplay, for example.
Okay, and what motivated you to make Spawn for this weekend?
I feel like Spawn is very, very, very overlooked. He's a very popular character, just not popular the way you would think. You know, he's not Marvel or DC, so yeah. He's kind of overlooked. But then again, Todd McFarlane's very known, so you would think Spawn would follow suit, but he's not getting pushed the way he should.
Are you excited for the new movie and/or series coming out?
I'm very excited for both actually. The movie I have high hopes for, but Todd McFarlane also said that Spawn might be kind of like a hidden character throughout the whole movie, kind of like a Jaws feeling.
Yeah.
So I was a little concerned about that. I want to see how they make Spawn nowadays, but it's Jamie Foxx, so we'll see. I don't know.
Thank you so much for joining us, and on to the next victim. Another super fun aspect of New York Comic Con is the gaming fans. I'm joined here today by this beautiful Princess Zelda. Now, what motivated you to make this costume this weekend?
Zelda's been a part of my life since as far as I can remember, and when I started cosplaying, obviously the first thing I needed to do was Zelda, and this cosplay is actually 7 years old now, but I bring it to Comic-Con every year because it's just classic. I can't stop. So
How many years have you been cosplaying now?
7. This was my first one.
Now, what is the next big costume you're going to make?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm halfway finished with this Armored Sleeping Beauty. I finished all the armor and I'm working on this big staff, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to have lights and stuff, and I'm getting there.
Now, what motivated you guys to do the amazing Sanderson sisters this weekend?
So, one Comic-Con 2 years ago, they grabbed me by what little hair I had left and said, "We're doing the Sanderson sisters." Now, to me, that terrified me because this is not something that I was ready for, but they had absolute faith in me, and I am thankful that they brought me on. So that's literally what prompted it. They wanted to do it, and they just said, "You're our Winifred," and I'm like, okay.
And also, this is the 25th anniversary of Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Now, I love doing group costumes. What is your favorite part about doing a group like this?
I would think, yes, the group, the group. And also helping each other out. Yeah, we're helping,
Getting dressed in what we call the green room. We're pinning each other in, we're gluing each other's nails on. Someone is like, "Anyone got a strap? I need a needle." And we sang the whole time.
Lots of show tunes.
I'm certain that anyone on our floor could hear us, and they were probably grateful that we left.
Now, ladies, what are you looking most forward to this weekend here at New York Comic Con?
The men and the sisterhood. The men and the sisterhood, that's all I need in my life.
And sucking the lives of all the children. Oh, that was her line.
Come on.
Okay, where can they find you guys on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at the.tom.cat. Cat is spelled with 2 T's.
And you can find me on the socials as Canvas Cosplay.
And I am Pepper Monster on all social media.
Now, go ahead and give me a little sampling of your sisterhood song.
Sing. Ready? Sisters, sing. Ah.